It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there this Friday evening. In this video, we're going to be going through a couple different things. Number one, the DJ that don't spin recently did an interview with DJ Vlad. Oh my God. And interestingly enough, it seems that the DJ that don't spin is one of the only people rocking with Drake, I guess you could say, that is giving him any sort of good advice, right? Which I cringe to even say, because y'all know how we feel about homeboy over here. But at the same time, as it pertained to the lawsuit, he was telling Drake he don't like that shit. He wanted it to go away a long time ago. Now, we have the DJ that don't spin also coming out and saying that he wants Drake to move on. As in, stop trying to diss Kendrick. Stop trying to bait him. Just move on. Now, he did say something along the lines of he can sneak diss in his new projects and stuff like that. I don't even think he needs to do that, to be honest. I think he needs to completely move forward in his life, his music career. Try to forget the battle of 2024 as much as he humanly can. Of course, he's not going to do that. But we actually have video of the DJ that don't spin, at least trying to give him a bit of good advice. And again, if that's the only nigga that's on your side of representatives that can actually give you decent insight, you're in a bad position. You're in a terrible position. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm going to say there. We're going to get through that. We're also going to get to the bigger picture where they placed a call in to TMZ with Harvey. You know, he used to actually work in the legal field. I don't know if he still does. But they talked to him about the chances of Drake, you know, having any success with his appeal, if he's going to be able to, you know, possibly get the ruling overturned or seen by a new judge. They basically say 0 chance. It's out of here. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to pull that up as well. And we're also going to pull up this photo that Drake posted recently of him holding his laptop. And on his laptop, you can see that there's a Hell's Angel sticker on Drake's laptop. Now, if you can remember last year, when he dropped the Family Matters video, people were pointing out that in the video, there was a Hell's Angel person in the video. If you don't know what that is, it's basically a fucking racist ass biker gang. In the past, he's also worn some of their memorabilia and represented them for whatever reason. But in the present, he still has the sticker on his laptop. He put the picture out there. So there's a lot of discourse going on about that as well, which goes to show, you know, a lot of people understood when Kendrick initially said they not like us, all of the ramifications that came with. The third verse on that song definitely stood out very strongly to a lot of people that just have common sense. But all he's done is continue to drive that point home, as in Drake, that he isn't like us at all. No matter how many black people he can surround himself with, no matter how many he collaborates with, no matter who he brings out on tour, no matter how much rap music he consumes, he will never be like us. And perhaps he enjoys it that way, and maybe his fans should come to accept that as well. But again, we're going to get to all of that in just a moment. Let's start out with the DJ that don't spin, telling Drake, move the fuck on from the battle, get a life, do something better with your time.
Well, you advise that Drake leave Kendrick alone in his new music. Do you think that's going to happen?
Nah, but when I mean leave him alone, we got to leave the moment. There's no more direct engaging. We ain't no more diss songs. It's over. So he's supposed to sneak diss him. That's what he always does. He's got to do the Jay-Z approach.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? It's like, after this battle, it should be Drake's last. Like, why engage with rappers that you, in any of these situations, you have nothing to gain? Like, would you go on a business deal that you got nothing to gain?
Well, wait, yeah. Hold on. I feel when he beat Meek Mill, it raised him up a notch. Back to Back was a big song in his career. I feel it was one of his biggest songs. Right or wrong? Back to Back?
Hell no.
In terms of overall significance, not just a stream.
Back to Back, not even a top 20 song.
He says, Drake, leave Kendrick alone, get past the battle. And he also said, retire from battling, which I also co-sign. Shit, do us all a favor, retire from music. You know what I'm saying? But I'll digress. He also says, right, would you go into a business deal that does not benefit you? Basically saying you're at this point now where trying to rap battle with people is over with. There is no benefit. A lot of people today exist to clown you. This is the climate that you've created for yourself. Don't blame it on hip hop. Don't blame it on Kendrick. Blame it on yourself. This is the climate you created for yourself. This is the climate you created when you started trying to call hip hop slave music and stuff like that. That's what you created for yourself. So yeah, I gotta be honest. You know, I don't agree with Homeboy on too much of anything, but in this instance, I do agree with his statement. You know, put your little music out. You still have fans. They're going to support it. I seen a clip where he was saying that he projects that Drake is going to do 500,000 first week with this Iceman project. I vehemently disagree with that. Drake's last 2-3 projects haven't really even done more than 3. So to think that he's got enough fanfare on his side for 5 is kind of crazy. But, you know, numbers aside, the music still ain't been hitting. As a matter of fact, another song leaked the other day. You know what I'm saying? And once again, the DJ that don't spin came out and said, this ain't the song that needs to be leaking. You don't need to be leaking this type of music. This ain't coming from me. This is coming from the head of his fan club. Allegedly.
Hey, talk about Drake and you get a whole lot. Talk about Drake and you get you some streams.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you. First of all, I know some people gonna be like, yo, this is Drake leaking it. Apparently, you know, there's some due diligence. Drake is not behind this leak. But I do kind of have an idea how these songs get out. What Drake do, Drake be sending a lot of his, like, you know, songs in progress to, like, bad bitches. Like, you know, and I think that's part of his creative process to kind of, like, get a feel from them, right? Because I think Drake has a particular audience that he cares. Like, you know, I genuinely do believe that he doesn't care if Elliott Wilson like his songs. I genuinely believe that, right? I think he cares if Joe Budden likes his rap songs, but there's certain songs I think he cares women like. And I think with that, I think that's why he sends his music to like girls or whatever. But it's probably girls they like or girls he's talking to or whatever. And these chicks be around other people. They play it on their phone and then send it to somebody. And I think that's what happens. About this particular leak, seems to be real. I can't tell you shit about it.
I'm gonna just jump in here. If Drake is sending the music to these chicks, these girls, whoever they are, and the songs get sent to somebody else and they end up leaking, newsflash, he's leaking them. Because if I'm somebody who's tired of my songs leaking, remember, Certified Lover Boy, didn't a version of that album leak months before the album, damn near a year before the album actually came out? And then the album ended up having a couple of the songs still on that bitch. Did I misremember that? Like, this nigga been leaking music for a long time. 100 gigs, he leaked it himself. Going to war with the label, he put the shit out. So, if he don't want these songs out, he wouldn't be sending them to these people that he's getting feedback from. It would be easily fixed by saying, hey, come to the studio, come listen to the music, give me your idea. You know what I'm saying? Would you send this out to somebody? Would you be excited to play it? I don't know. When they hanging out, they be having all these parties at his crib. Why he can't play the music for the people that's there and say, no photos, no videos. We confiscating phones, which, be careful. But we confiscating phones. We're going to play this music. Y'all give me your idea, what you think, and you're never going to hear it again until it actually comes out. Like, there's ways of minimizing leaks. That nigga knows once he sends this song to whoever it is, it's gone. You're one of the biggest artists in the world, whether people like you, hate you, whatever it is, you know once you hit send on that file, it's out. And you've been sending your mid packs. You did a whole fucking Iceman series with your mid packs. You've been putting out mid packs for a nice little minute. I don't think you could control it. Her Loss, for all of the success it had, mid pack. For all the dogs, mid pack. You know what I'm saying? Some 60 songs for you, below mid pack. These leaks that you've been dropping, below mid pack. Ain't no ice pack, it's mid pack. You know what I'm saying? Just call it that. Save everybody the trouble.
I don't know. It kind of is too short, and it sounds like a chorus. I don't know. And by the way, it's a real snippet because Universal started taking it down already. But I can tell this is not. It's not a Drake sanction. It seems too. First, I think that's the wrong snippet to put out. And I don't think that's a snippet that people are like, oh my God, it's fucking hit type shit. You know what I mean? So I think it just probably got leaked. But what I can tell y'all is that I know, like the last convo I had with Drake, right? I'm hearing, a hacker got it. A hacker, a hacker's got it at this time. Yo. It's apparently a snippet. I'm getting this new information. What the fuck? This is a what they call some sexy song for you era. It's a snippet. Okay, so
it's garbage. They keep saying, and if niggas keep hacking your shit, why you ain't doing nothing different? How them white boys got that fucking music earlier this year, a couple months ago? I don't even remember the fucking the name of the streamers. Bag Pump or some bullshit like that. Big Papa Pump or some shit. Whatever it was. How did the white boys get the shit? Drake, we all knew Drake. Fuck Drake. Come on, man. Now you got all these anonymous hackers just leaking your shit left and right. Come on, man. UMG is out here claiming some sexy songs for you era songs when Sony was out here claiming some sexy songs for you era songs. What's going on? Y'all ain't even got y'all motherfucking story straight. Funny thing about him still dissing ASAP Rocky is, you know, I was just telling goddamn ASAP Rocky to chill the fuck out a couple weeks ago as he was still talking about Drake. I'm like, bruh, focus on your album. That nigga came out and said, yeah, I'm going to stop giving dates out. I'm going to focus on my album. Niggas was mad at me for saying it. Then he came out and said pretty much the same shit I said. But the fact that you got a leak out that's talking about ASAP, talking about you, and you say it's old, come on, man. The lies ain't adding up. Anyway, let's get to Harvey from TMZ saying there's a 0% chance Drake wins the appeal from the UMG lawsuit dismissal. All right.
This suit, right? And basically we're knee deep in reading through Jeremy Hecht and Elliot Wilson, they're journalists. So they read the entire paid the entire
38
lawsuit.
pages.
38 pages of a lawsuit. I'm not doing that. But
Which I don't understand why DJ Head's not reading it, because he's typically the reading advocate with all the SAT words on the show.
Not the dismissal.
The dismissal, correct.
Yes.
And so we were talking about appeals, and I'm trying to figure out the probability of a successful appeal attempt.
0.
Who was that? Who was that said that?
It's Harvey.
Oh, Harvey. What's up, Harvey?
Yeah.
It's a stupid lawsuit. And
Harvey.
there's no basis for it. And the judge basically said that. But the judge used Drake's own words to basically kill the case, which is that this was a rap battle. And this is what people do. They speak in hyperbole and rap. Nobody confuses rap for fact. And the judge booted the case because there was never a case to begin with. It was a stupid, petty, it makes Drake look like an absolute loser.
Right. So but they can legally file an appeal to this.
Yeah, they can, but if Drake wants to keep throwing money at it, they're going to lose.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Harvey, I have a question. Do you think
there was nobody who is going? No judge is going to say, "Oh, the public believes you're a certified pedophile." Just the way they're not going to believe that Kendrick has a kid born from another mother. Right. Nobody believes hyperbole.
So Harvey, quick question. So you're viewing this as very frivolous from the jump. Do you think that it's unprecedented because Drake has the money to kind of have this battle, which most artists don't? Do you think he spent millions of dollars in this pursuit?
Oh, yes, he's definitely. I mean, well, I don't know what his lawyers are charging, but it's been a long time. Yeah, I have a theory about this case that there's no way that the lawyers told Drake he was going to win this. I just don't believe that. And especially, it's not even against Kendrick. It's against UMG. So I don't think they ever really believed they were going to win it. I think somehow Drake believed he was going to get good publicity by seemingly taking the offensive by suing. And I think that never made sense, and it backfired.
Yeah, Harvey, last question. I saw the video where you initially said that about Kendrick, and you were basically saying like Drake didn't want to sue Kendrick, so he sued the label. Do you think this goes any differently if he had sued Kendrick? And do you think that really was the intent? Like he wanted to sue based on the Kendrick lyrics, but he knew how bad that would look?
If you read the opinion, it would apply to Kendrick the way it applied to UMG.
Wow.
Yeah, because the opinion didn't actually address UMG. It was really just about the lyrics.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't have gone any differently.
All right, so Harvey from TMZ, he says he believes there's a 0% chance that anything different comes from Drake filing an appeal. He said it was meritless from the beginning, a load of hot heaping shit, which we all knew. It just had to play out in front of the entire world in order for him to get the answer that he needed, and he's still not accepting it. He's going to try to file an appeal. But Harvey also said, even if you look at the opinion and order from the judge, no matter even if Drake would have sued Kendrick, it would have had the same outcome based on the verbiage because it was all non-actionable opinion. So that also removes liability from Kendrick Lamar in terms of defamation and all of the claims that he had, which makes a lot of sense because you can interchange the defendant. It's still the same thing. So hold this L. Ain't this what he was doing? Hold it. And last but not least, here is the piece about Drake still representing the Hells Angels. All right. So we've got Juana here who says, support who at Drake? Those racist Hells Angels you associated with in that Rick Ross drama can't be. You might as well rename Iceman to Imperial Wizard. Holy shit. Rebranding, or shall I say, finally being your true self. Okay, so this is the original photo of Drake in an elevator wearing a Life is Short, Party Hard shirt. Watch the party die. And Drake holding on to his laptop. People proceeded to zoom in to try to see what everything was on there. As you zoom in, you see support your Hells Angels. And the pink watch. anything to match. Hey, Hello Kitty. Alrighty. We're just gonna mosey on past that. But yeah, let me go find like a actual description of the Hells Angels for y'all, because I know it's a racist biker gang, but I want to get a little bit more specifics as to what it is that he's representing with this logo. So here's what's coming up on Google. They say the Hells Angels are an international outlaw motorcycle club that originated in California in 1948. Outlaws. While club members describe themselves as a group of motorcycle enthusiasts, law enforcement agencies have classified them as a criminal enterprise involved in activities like drug dealing, extortion, and gun running. Remember that What Did I Miss music video with all those assault rifles in the back? The club has a massive global presence with over 6,000 members and chapters in many countries, and it gained notoriety through Hunter S. Thompson's 1967 book, Hell's Angels, A Strange and Terrible Saga, which chronicled his experiences living with the club. Okay? Founded in Fontana, California, 1948, blah, blah. Activities. Members typically ride Harley-Davidson motorcycles on some Hulk Hogan shit, while they claim to be a social club for motorcycle riders. Police classified the Hells Angels as an organized crime group involved in illegal activities such as drug and arms trafficking, extortion, and other crimes. The Hells Angels also have a network of support clubs such as the Red Devils MC that operate internationally. Okay? So that just gives you a little bit of background into what's going on. But this ain't the type of shit you would typically see a lot of black guys associate themselves with. Let's be clear. So the OVO MAGA streamline pipeline seems to be very alive and strong. And before we get off the subject, I just want to go ahead and give y'all an overview into the racism element, all right? So when you search it, it says it is not a myth that the Hells Angels organization has a racist component. While some members deny official racism, there are numerous reports of members espousing white supremacist views, excluding minorities from chapters, and engaging in racist behavior and hate crimes. The issue is complicated by different perspectives from outside observers, current members, and former members. Hate crimes and racial slurs. Members of the Hells Angels have been convicted of hate crimes and assaulting minorities. In 2023, members in San Diego chased, attacked, and stabbed 3 black men while shouting racial epithets. A Hells Angel leader was sentenced to 14 years to life in prison for the assault and hate crime charges. Nazi symbols. Law enforcement agencies such as the San Diego, same place, District Attorney's Office have noted the gang's virulent streak of racism demonstrated by their pervasive use of Nazi symbols and images. Predominantly white membership. That goes without saying. Exclusion of black members, as if we need to be joining anyway. The Anti-Defamation League and other sources state that with few exceptions, blacks are excluded from membership of riding with 1%er biker clubs. So, just being very clear about what it is that Drake is representing once again with that sticker on his laptop. Which to me is no surprise, because if you see the predominant purview of a lot of people that support Drake in current times, even if they may be black, they have very red pill, right wing type of views. They're very Trumpian. They probably support him wholeheartedly, or have, these ideologies of, well, I don't support him, but I agree with him. Something along those lines, because they probably don't vote anyway, type of shit. Very, very Trump apologist type ideologies. You know what I'm saying? So we get that. We look at their views on women, look at their views on social issues pertaining to the black community, even if they're black themselves, or perhaps they may have immigrated from another country, or maybe their family did. You see, they don't identify with black American issues all that much either, right? So none of this is all that surprising, but unfortunately, this is the unraveling of one of the biggest musicians that we've seen come through here. And his road was pretty much paved for legendary status up until just a few years ago, when he just decided, like, I'm going to go full on incel. and just lean into it, right? When he started dissing Megan Thee Stallion when he had nothing to do with anything going on with her, he literally took up for a rapper that he beefed with for years just to get one in on her. We kind of saw what was going on. The way he treated Halle Berry with the slime you out situation. Again, you can like Drake all you want, but these criticisms are going to continue to come. And you're just going to have to deal with them and press play on your motherfucking songs. Be shameless about it. Don't be a little bitch about it. Start crying in the comments. Stand up wholeheartedly for what you believe in, or do something about it. You know what I'm saying? If the criticism hurt your conscience, it's probably telling you that you're supporting some bullshit. But that's just my perspective of the situation. Y'all feel free to let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. I will catch y'all on the next one. All right? Peace.
Yeah, family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'll never politic and the drama be piling on. Father and great son acknowledged like I'm Bobby Bonds. Conversation with my lady about the paper route. 5 sit bank accounts every day I make it count. They down talking my commentary for hating now. Well, I can take it cause I'm bodying your favorite now, please. I can do this shit in my sleep. I been writing for these niggas, y'all read it and weep. I been fighting these niggas if you speak on the street. I'll turn your birthday party into New Year's Eve. Don't let me take it there. We ain't playing fair. This the ATL, Southside nigga moving furniture like Wayfair. Life on hold, no insurance for your healthcare. Lifeline gone, so you wanna be a millionaire? Well, let me tell you about this world I built. The women I dodged, the niggas that I read for filth. The sympathy cause consulting for the stacks I built. I had